on Thacker and How to Train Your Dragon is a very iconic, great animated film, where a Viking boy befriends a dragon and shows that maybe dragons and Vikings can coexist. I won't talk too much about the original, so I do plan on doing a filmback review on it. But I was never head over heels for this movie, like how a lot of people were. I probably saw it once, maybe twice, over a decade ago, before I rewatched it to prep for the new one. But still, How to Train Your Dragon is a great film. And then Dreamwork said, "We like money, so we're gonna do what Disney's doing." A decade late. For the moment this film was announced, I was just hoping this would be like most of these live-action remakes. I was hoping Dreamworks would actually show Disney a thing or two, and make a remake that is different, not just the same movie. After the live-action Lion King, I've pretty much been boycotting these live-action remakes, so I decided I would give Dreamworks a chance. Show me you can do something good with these live-action remakes. So now I've seen the live-action How to Train Your Dragon, it's exactly what I feared. It's just almost the exact same movie, with the smallest of tweaks. And there will be spoilers for this movie, but if you've seen the original, you already know all of them. You have already seen this movie. Dreamworks, I gave you a chance, you let me down. I'll continue to boycott the Disney live-action remakes, and now I'm boycotting the Dreamworks live-action remakes, because I'm sure there'll be more. Now, I do want to say, this isn't a bad film. Factually, it is a good film. But it's almost exactly the same as the original. It can only be so much worse. This is an unwarranted remake that doesn't really do anything that improves or builds on the original. And when I say Sweet is almost exactly the same, I mean almost the exact same. Most of the songs the exact same camera angles, even lighting as in the original. I wouldn't be surprised if they use the same storyboards. This is a almost one-to-one recreation of the original film, just in live action. But I did say almost, because something this remake does, like a lot of the other live action remakes, it doesn't change anything, but it adds on and expands a lot of smaller things from the original movie. Like most of the Disney live action remakes, will make at least one or two really big changes or additions to the film. But this one doesn't change any big stuff or add any big stuff. It adds on to the smaller things. That's one thing I'll tell more about my review of the original movie. Everyone always praises the flying scenes or the big things happening in the original, but there's a lot of smaller things in the original film that I really like and appreciate. Like in the original, Jacob and his dad have a big argument, where his dad tells him he's ashamed of him, and that he's not his son. As he's leaving, he gives this really powerful but subtle look. He shows he regrets what he just said, but he's too stubborn to apologize. That's really powerful. And it was kept in the remake, which I appreciate. But this one has a lot more little things like that. Sometimes I think it works, sometimes not so much. But I did think that was interesting. Like in the original, after Hiccup tames Toothless, he uses pretty much the Dress World hand thing on one of the dragons he's up against in the dragon training. It works and it eventually backs down. But in the remake, while yes, Hiccup still does that, it's after the dragon smells Toothless on him. That's a really subtle one change you think it wasn't there, but a good nice little addition. I'm not sure if I prefer them more than the big changes, because most of the time, the big changes aren't very good, but it does make it more distinct from the original. Here, I don't think the addition of these little things is bad, sometimes even good. It really does not make this different from the original. I think it's still struggle with the bit of same thing live action Lion King struggle with. It makes these dragons so realistic, they don't convey a lot of emotion. Now, I do think these dragons have a lot more emotion than Lion King animals, but sometimes it can be difficult to read what these dragons are feeling. And for some reason, that's really apparent in Toothless. Toothless just doesn't convey the same emotions he did in the original film. I've seen a lot of people bring this up, and it's really weird, since his model was exactly the same as the original, just more detailed. But I just wasn't feeling the emotional connection to Toothless. But the effects in this video are really good. The dragons, the set pieces, the backgrounds all look great. This really does look really good. But I was also constantly going back and forth between not minding these versions of these characters and really disliking them. I've never seen Rilley that before for me, but with a flip of a coin, I went back and forth between not minding these characters and straight up really disliking them. They do attempt to give the supporting characters more development, and I really don't feel like it worked. The flying scenes are done pretty well. Everybody praises that in the original film, and while I don't think they're as good as the original film, they're still done pretty well. But overall, the live action How to Train Your Dragon is honestly probably one of the better live action remakes, but that's not saying a lot. I do not recommend it. If you've seen the original, then you've already seen this movie. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribing. But I guess for now, bye, Thacker.